Alright guys, Mark here. Got a DIY project for you today. We're going to build a quick Pulk. I got my small little sled here that I like to use to carry my gear out in the woods with me. I wanted to upgrade this a little bit. I got tired of kind of slinging the rope around my shoulder, because as you're walking it always seems to pull you back from up high, when having a pull around the waist would be much more comfortable and stable. So the plan today is we have to gather up some tools. So we got ourselves a quick little drill, some carabiners, some paracord, and this big boy here. We got a couple of 5-foot lengths of PVC conduit. That's what we're going to use. It's a 1/2 inch inside diameter, so we're just going to go ahead and use that, and that should take care of us pretty good. So first things first is I'm going to pop a couple of holes inside here, and we're going to attach some carabiners and weave our carabiners or paracord through the holes. So I'll show you what we're starting with, and we'll see if we have to enlarge the holes or not. Here, take a look. So I do want to add a hole here and add a hole here. There are some holes already drilled that came with the sled. I want to drill a hole here, drill a hole here, that we're going to attach our poles to, and then on the other side it has matching holes from the factory, and we're going to go ahead and take care of those. So first things first, we'll find our spot where we're going to attach our holes in the front, and we're going to drill them. All right, so now that we've got the holes drilled, I just want to prepare the carabiners, and I'm probably going to be putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 on here. Most likely 8, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to prepare them up real quick, get them all out of these little bags that they came in, and once we got that done, we'll start weaving the cord through and getting that ready. I just got started with the weaving of the cord. So I put it in through the first hole that we made. This is where the original cord was. The big guy right there was coming out of here, but I want my poles to be more towards the front. So there's the first one where I went in. We went through the loop, came out through the other side. I'll show you that again over on the other side. Pass it back under, along the bottom, in through here, to the next one, and then to the back as well. And now we're here. So I'll bring you along with the final 3 before we finish off the front, and we'll see how that holds up. All right, so we got our hole right here. Now we're gonna pass the carabiner through, run our line through, let that lie down on the side, take our end and poke it through. And that's one. So we'll continue on here. To show you how I finished this guy off in the front here, what I did was, on the bottom side, I tied an overhand loop, passed the loop through the hole, and then attached the carabiner. It was a little difficult trying to get it to agree with my cold fingers, but we'll see if we can go ahead and get this guy done on this side as well, and then I'll show you how that works. There's our overhand loop. See if we can flip it over a little bit without having too much slop. That should be good. And we'll click that in. So you can see we have 8 carabiners. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all set up there. Now, you can see they just got little loops popping through, the carabiners to tie everything down. Here's where we are so far. We've got our attachment carabiners for our poles. We have all our clips and tie downs set up and ready to go. I don't have one here, but I'm going to be using a bungee for that. I was thinking about putting an extra carabiner in there, but I don't think I'm going to need to. I'm just going to use one, have one bungee through the center. Bungees work great. I've been using them on my kit for a long time. And there we have all our clips all set up and ready to go. With that done, now we got to run some line through the poles and then tie loops on each end so we're able to click them to a belt that we're going to make in a couple minutes. A very, very simple belt. This is just a quick and dirty, get out on the snow, pull your stuff, Pulk. This is not a fancy high budget thing. You can get all this done. I mean, I bought the 10 carabiners for I think it was $11. The PVC pipe was around $6, and the paracord was the most expensive thing, coming in at $12. So $30 and you're good to go. And the sled I already had, so I'm not even going to count that in its price. But the cord that came with the sled is also going to be the belt that I'm going to use for the time being, using a simple trucker's hitch. So I'll show you that in a minute. But for now, let's get those pipes threaded with some paracord. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the cord that we used for the actual sled that came with the sled as part of the for the harness. So I'm going to slide this rope in here, and when we get to the other side, we'll see if we have enough to make two. So there's one overhand knot there, one overhand knot there. We'll go ahead and do the second one. All right, so we got our two loops here that'll be attaching to our belt. In the center here, we're about to tie up and lash this together to make sure it doesn't move around any. And we'll keep the X pattern that'll make the sled a little more stable and controllable. And we have our two loops here at the end. They're not perfectly even. I wish I could have got them a little closer, but maybe I'll try to retie that one on the end there and make it even. But so far, it's looking pretty good. So we'll go ahead and get that tied up, and we'll go from there. Since we're suffering through a good old Canadian winter, I figured we'll start off with a good old Canadian jam knot to tie that down. So pass that through, and we'll pass our line through. Get that good and snugged up. And now we'll just do a few wraps over and under. I'll even do a couple of fraps just for the fun of it. And we'll finish her off with a couple of half hitches. So there's one. There's two. So now we have our poles and everything all hooked up, ready to go, and we should be able to drag this little guy around everywhere we want. Alright, so what I got here is this cheapy rope just to make a really quick harness. It's not going to be the most comfortable thing, but it's going to get us going for the time being until we can figure out a better solution. So I've got this big overhand loop right at the end with a tag end on it. We've got another overhand loop, another overhand loop, and then a whole lot of extra cord, which I don't really need, but we'll click this up to the thing right now, and then I'll put it on, get it centered, and then we'll see if we can give Logan a little pull around the yard a little bit here. So let's get her set up. There's one. All right. Now to set this guy up and get it attached to you nicely, basically, we're gonna do like a trucker's hitch. Pass it through the loop. Make sure our poles are nice and centered in our backs. So we got one on each side looking pretty good. So tighten that up a little bit and just pass it through and give it a snug it up. So it ain't pretty, but it's on there. And let's see if this will work. So there you have it, guys, a quick Pulk. So I'm just gonna set the camera up and you can see us walk down the street a little bit and see how it works, but it's definitely gonna do the trick. So having anything that you have in your backpack with a few little things, even with sticks, if you're kind of tricky with them, you could probably make yourself something where you could pull around a sled outside in the woods if you're able to whip something up real quick. So let's get on out there and see if we can get something going, go a little farther and try her out. Sure beats carrying things on your back. Well, hope you like this this quick little build. I mean, it's not high-end, top quality, but it's just stuff that you could probably have lying around your house. You could do this with. You don't necessarily need to have carabiners. You could use washers. You could use anything you want to make your tie-offs all the way down, and you'll be in business. So put your thinking cap on, see what you got lying around the house, and see if you can build yourself a Pulk. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Get out, explore. I'm going inside because it's freezing out here. Look at my beard. That's ice right there. You guys take care. See you in the next one. Get out, explore.